Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dramadonia. My name is Dramona, and this is my buddy Sniper. Today, I'm going to tell you about an unfortunate event which occurred when I was a teenager. Jocelyn and I have been best friends since we were 11 years old. Jocelyn was a typical kid. However, she inherited certain characteristics from her mother's gene pool which caused her to stand out. Strangers would stare, and young kids would occasionally get scared and cry, but she wasn't treated any differently than any of us kids at school nor around our community. The kids in our neighborhood spent a lot of time at the playground. It was not too far from our house. It was kind of our meetup spot outside of school. There was this one girl in our neighborhood named Hinoya, who would bully Jocelyn just because she could. And although Jocelyn's parents would make regular complaints concerning her behavior, Hinoya's parents thought they were overreacting and needed to stop making such a big deal about it. Hinoya loved telling jokes and playing pranks at the expense of others. One time, she surprisingly invited a few kids we all knew she wasn't too fond of to her house for a sleepover. It turned out she had head lice and intentionally passed it on to them that night. Another time, she was heard screaming and yelling like she was in distress. When a kid came to see what the issue was, they tripped over a booby trap she'd set up and skinned their knee so badly they needed stitches. She was also well known for hiding in trees and dropping disgusting objects such as moldy 2-week-old food on others when they would pass. At Jocelyn's 13th birthday party, Hinoya and her mother made it their business to criticize the way the party was being catered and make a big scene about it. Jocelyn's mother felt terrible after all the effort she'd put into the party, and eventually her father became so upset that he ordered them to get off of his property. Since that day, Jocelyn and I kept our distance from Hinoya and her crew, and although she went out of her way to spit insults at us, we mastered the art of ignoring her. We were walking through the park one late afternoon on our way back home when we heard low whimpering, moaning, and what seemed like desperate cries of help. It spooked us a bit at first. Then we realized it was Hinoya, and she was probably up to her old tricks again, so we left. The next day we were told Hinoya was found in that same area, pinned under a large branch and barely clinging to life, after evidence showed she'd fallen from a tree and damaged her spine in the process. The initial damage wasn't too bad, but because of the length of time she'd laid there squirming about trying to escape, it went from mild to severe over a period of time. She survived, but has been living in a vegetative state ever since. I have always wondered, did she really fall, or was she pushed?